Well, you've asked me to talk about meaningful things this week in my experiential realm, and so many things were meaningful and so impactful. But I did attend a parallel event about words with meaning and how it's so important to communicate, the essentials of communication. How that sometimes, with our language, we can put barriers up immediately when we're dealing in our ethnicities and in our global communities, how we think we're communicating and we're speaking English or French or whatever, but perhaps our choice of words with a particular ethnic group or a racial group immediately locks and closes doors. And then sometimes what you don't say is also very daunting. My grandmother used to say, "What you are speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you are saying." And so body language and facial expressions and all the things that we just kind of nonchalantly shrug off are things that can be door closers. And I think in a global community, we have to be especially mindful and be on our guard to do and say and show the right things. We are truly a nation of peoples, meaning a global nation of peoples. And if we want to begin, if we want to reach out in peace, if we want to reach out in understanding, then the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts and the presentations that we make with our bodies are so important. I think as a Native Indigenous woman, to me that's key, because we have been mothers to the world for a very long time. We have allowed the world to come into our communities here in the United States, and we welcome them still with gladness in our hearts, but we need to all be on our guard to just be sure that we reach out in love with no judgments.